Hey guys, Ray here from the Contractor CEO. Hey, I just wanted to take a minute and jump in here real quick and just kind of chat with you for a minute. I've been actually talking to one of our clients, and it's been really interesting. He does really well. He's been in business for about 14 years, I think it is, doing well into the seven figures, just doing amazing. But what's interesting is we were chatting and talking about some of the struggles and things that he's going through. And I just had to stop him. I said, dude, look, there are some mistakes and things that you're doing that you've kind of created this pattern again of some of the things that you probably did in the very beginning. And what's interesting is a lot of you guys may not know this, but we actually help people well into the high 7 to 8 figures, and even and then also work with people just starting out, people who want to start a construction business. We actually have a lady that we're working with, just getting going, and she's worked for a remodeling company for a few years, and she's like, you know what? I know I can just do it so much better. I just get out of the way, just let me do this. And so she's actually gone out on her own, and she's doing amazing. But she wants to know, business wise, how do you start it correctly? How do you build that raving fan network of your clients? And how do you build a team in a market where labor's so tight? So anyhow, so we've been chatting about that. But anyhow, getting back to this customer is doing really high seven figures. It was interesting. We had this conversation. I said, look, I work with people who are just starting out, as well as someone like yourself. And I have to tell you, there are a few things that you're doing that we usually find with someone who's just starting, that they tend to kind of fall into this trap. So anyhow, I kind of captured that, and I just want to share that with you. So basically, it's the 5 mistakes that that you want to avoid when you're starting your business, but specifically as you scale and you get larger, you do not want to fall in the trap of still doing this. Mistake number 1 is really a lack of a system to run your business. And we talk about systems a lot, and a system is basically just a set of procedures and steps, and it's duplicatable things that you do over and over, that it creates leverage and allows you to really grow. And we've done a training, and I'll get this out to you. Actually, we're going to be talking a little bit more about this tomorrow, but specifically, we've done a more in-depth training. If you're interested, just hit us up. Mistake number 2 is hiring warm bodies, is how I wrote it. Just getting into that place where you need to fill spots. So you go out there and just search and search and search. But here's the thing: if you kind of wrap your head around this, you want 3 different funnels, or 3 different you can call it buckets. You can talk 3 different systems. First system, the first funnel, is how you get customers, how you attract them, how you get your customers coming, and how they find you, all that sort of stuff. The second one, that this is what I dove really deep with this contractor the other day, and that the second one is your funnel of how you build your team, how you want a constant system that is something that is easy to run, but you're always looking to hire. You're always, I don't care in what market you're in. Right now, we're in a winter season, even though there's tons of work. Winter means just so many different things. But the point is, this season of business that we're in, labor is incredibly short. If you go back with me to about January of 2009, we were all trying to figure out how to put food on the table. I know that's extreme, but there were some people that were facing that. So how do we find more work back then? Today is how do we find the labor? So you constantly want to have this funnel, this system that's always working, of always attracting, always looking for subcontractors as well as employees. So those 2 funnels. The third one is how you service the customer, how you actually do what you do, how you're great at it, and how you take care of the customer. So if you think about that, you just want to make sure, if you've kind of slacked off of hiring, slacked off on attracting your ideal employee, then you've got to step that up. So we spent hours actually just in that mistake number 2. Mistake number 3 is having too many jobs at once, basically saying yes to everyone. And so often we're just not sure about the future, so we're open to bid everything, but we're bidding things, you guys, today I hear of contractors that are bidding things that they never should be. There's a difference between stretching yourself and bidding things that you shouldn't be. So saying yes to everyone, you do not want to fall into that trap. You want to make sure you have your ideal persona of your client and who that is, so that when they do come along, you're like, that one, this is my ideal client. We're going to do everything to service the heck out of them and take care of them. Mistake number 4 is adopt the hustle. I try to come up with some interesting, cute little headlines here. Adopt the hustle. When you're brand new, you need to hustle, right? You need to do that. But if you're 14 years in this and you're well into the 7 figures and you're still, there's a difference between, working quickly and efficiently and having lots of energy versus, man, all you do is hustle, because in the hustle, you're reactive. You're constantly reacting to what's urgent and not working on what's important. So I really want to make that distinction, because again, this gentleman, he's been 14 years into it. He's doing really well, but he hustles, and there's that could really create a tremendous amount of chaos if you're consistently doing it over and over. That is where burnout comes. And number 5 is that skeptic mindset. Trust me, I had that for forever. That is not. That is a real thing, right? In this business, it's easy to kind of get hardened and closed up and be skeptical. Sometimes you really need to open up and trust. Now, that doesn't mean that you let people walk all over you, but you've got to drop that edge, drop that hardness that you have, because everyone feels it. When you have that, your customers feel it. They know that you're not very forgivable, you're not very flexible. And in this business, we need to get really, really good at being flexible, at adapting and pivoting, because that's exactly where we are. We're there with labor. We're there with just the industry by itself. So anyhow, I just want to give you those 5 mistakes that I've labeled that that the top 5% of contractors don't do anymore. That we're teaching that to people who are just starting out. And yes, we do. But listen, I don't care if you've been in this for 14 years or 28 years. It's a good, healthy reminder that these things are real, that these patterns can come back up, and sometimes we step into them a little too easily. So anyhow, just want to touch base and be with you guys. Hope you have a great and awesome day, and we'll catch up with you real soon. Take care.